Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the most difficult trading card games to get into, unless you know where to begin. Starting from absolutely nothing and a budget of £40 per week, we set out on a fresh journey to climb our way to the top tables of competitive play. To make the journey even harder, there's going to be a series of obstacles in our way. Not only are we restricted to sealed official product, but certain items like structure decks and Dual Devastator are off limits and locked behind a number of challenges. Join us as we prove ourselves to be a true duelist and turn this into a competitive monster. You're watching Yu-Gi-Oh! From Scratch Challenge Mode. But I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! From Scratch Challenge Mode episode 22. Welcome back! Last week we finally got a stroke of luck and pulled Kitt and Obedient Schooled back to back, allowing us to move on from both Blazing Vortex and Battles of Legend Armageddon. So today we can finally get back to products that don't have inflated prices and continue the journey of increasing our combo ceiling by pulling a few specific cards. Before we do get into it, we are of course going to take a minute here to appreciate the peeps who chucked a penny or two into the Melffy piggy bank. So Edge, Fifth Kivazakivagit, Ricky Jerg 02, Judge Charlie Scott, James Tackley, Gordy Paulus, and Not a Pyramid Scheme, you're all financially irresponsible. Thank you so much. I hope me butchering your names was worth it, but by contributing through Patreon and YouTube channel memberships, you're quite literally funding the Melffy hopes and dreams. Merci. Anyway, today's budget is, of course, £42. Now, let's actually get some bang for our buck this time. If you remember last time, I challenged myself to complete the rest of the structure deck challenges before you guys hit the 10,000 luck points goal. Looks like you might be winning unless either A, I smash every challenge today, or B, you go easy on the luck points. But let's be real, that ain't happening, is it? Once again, our wallet screams out to us in pain, begging us to stop. But here we are, £42 in the bucket. We've spent it all this week, but I think we got quite a lot of bang for our buck here. We have some variety. So, maximum gold, fresh off the delivery van. We finally got some more of this to open. Kind of damaged there. I don't know if that was me or if it came like that. We also have our Megaton 2020. So the hunt for Herald and our bunny continues. And rounding off our budget, we also have 2 packs of Rise of the Duelist and 1 pack of Phantom Rage. It feels good to not be opening Battles of Legend Armageddon, let's be real. So yeah, Zeus, Fraktall out of here, Ecclesia or Nadir Servant or Triple Tactics is really what we're looking for out of these. That would really help with the consistency in our deck. Then Herald out of maximum gold, and I suppose like Phantasme is another option out of the tin, but we're really only looking for the Hoppier Squadron. A common, I will remind you. We've opened like 3 tins, and we still don't have the freaking common. So hopefully today is the day. Let's test the luck points, see if we still have any luck or if we used it all last week. Pulling the Obedient Schooled and the Kitt. We'll see. We'll see. There's only one way to find out, and that is by diving in to the packs. So, we also still need the Wind Statue. So, Noble Knight Eactor with his little torch there. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Coyote. Magical Meltdown. Ooh. Oh yeah, we just don't have Invocation. That's unfortunate. This goes with the Alistair we have. Preparation of Rites, not bad. And Trade-In, just got a reprint in Ancient Guardians. So yeah, another rare printing, I guess. Then we have, our first is Lancia, our second Lancia. Not bad, pretty good to have, especially for the... Oh, come on, please. You don't do this to me. This has to be Herald. First pack. Yo. Oh, I'm so excited, but oh, we're gonna get disappointed. It's gonna be Stardust Charge Warrior. Come on, dude. Come on. Why do you do this to me? God damn. Well, we got Lancia and the fucking bait and switch. I'm so mad, dude. I am so mad. All right. Rise of the Duelist. What do you have for me? Indulged Dark Lord, Red Potato Man, Edge Imp Scythe, Mathmech Diameter. Ooh! I mean, we already have one of these. We pulled a secret rare, Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. Yo, man, this stonks, bro. This stonks. Damn. Out of just 2 packs as well. Holy shit. Not bad, not bad. We also got Uprising, Card Captors, Anorlondo, and Hot Claire. Alright. Hopefully that's a sign. Hopefully that's a sign that we're going to be lucky We pulled a Synchro already, so surely if we get another Synchro, it's definitely Herald. Domain of the True Monarchs. We got Madolche Knights, Planet Pathfinder, Lair of Darkness, Mech Knight of the Morning Star. Not. Oh, are you serious? Wait, how many Synchros are in this set? Stardust Charge Warrior. This has to be it. This has to be it. This has. Yes! Oh my god, dude! Oh, today is a good day. We got the Herald of the Arclight and Super Poly. We have like 4 of these now. Finally, man. Finally. Oh, I'm so happy to see that. You don't understand. We do still need the wind statue. So we're not done here yet. We're not done here yet. Let's open the Phantom Rage. Oh, I can't believe we finally got it. Now we just need to pull the damn common. Alright. For Phantom Rage, we have Glutinous, Ugly Damn Fish, Virtual World Shell, Standoff Tri-Brigade, we got Geonator Transverser, and Perfect Sync Aun. Super rare field spell, unfortunately. Mutant Blast, we got Expansion, GB88, and Paranoia. So a load of garbage in the Phantom Rage pack. Not too upset, it was only 1 pack. Our expectations couldn't have been too high. Alright, can we get the Wind Statue, or a Droll, or another Nibiru? That's all we need out of this set now. The first Monarch, we got Dark Lord Ixjol. Oh, damn. Damn. Silent C101, White Prince, and Called by the Grave. We already have one of those. I mean, I think we already have like 2 of those now. Followed by a Monster Reborn. Do we have Monster Reborn at all, anywhere? I don't think we do. So that's a really good pool, actually. If we ever find ourselves needing 1 card to fill out the deck, bam. Monster Reborn is a good choice. And finally, we have Rota at the back there. Don't think we're going to use Rota. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Alright, Rise of the Duelists. Let's see. Melffy Pony, Pepperami, Galloping Gaia on his horse, getting attacked by his dragon, Dogmatika Nexus, and Melffy Catty. Is this our 3rd Catty? We finally pulled 3 Catty. Damn. I think this has like got a decent price tag to it. I can't remember if Catty's short printed or not, but not a bad pull. Not complaining. Not complaining. Look at his little paws. Look at his little paws. Rub his little belly. Ah, dude. Oh, I'm so happy. Today is such a good day. Today is such a good day. Final pack of Maximum Gold. We have a Storming Mirror Force. Not a bad card. Not a bad card at all. The Prime Monarch, Synchron Carrier, Lady Debug, and Eater of Millions. So we still need the Wind Barrier statue, so we're not quite done with Maximum Gold, unfortunately. Our gold rares are Droll and Lockbird. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, man. Oh, we need Drolls. We need... Wait. Is this gonna be double Droll? No. Parlor Dragon Maids. Okay, that's, yeah, we don't really need the Parlor, but the Droll is super nice. Kills Drytron when Lightning Overdrive comes out. Kinda hurts Dragon Link as well. Tri-Brigade, I believe it also does pretty good against. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Oh my god, dude. Can we also get the common? The Hoppier Squadron. Are we just going to straight up have a beast of an opening? Again? Or are we going to continue struggling to open a common? Alright, 2020 Mega Pack. If we pull Dragoon, dude, I'm going to be so mad. Alright, Mapura, Tenyi Spirit, the Fire one. We got Guard Dragon Reincarnation, Madolche, Petting Sessur, Time Thief Flyback, and Tenyi Spirit Stana. Oh, and then Guard Dragon Promenesis for our first half of the commons there. Our supers are FA Shining Star GT and Overburst Dragon. Ultras, Abomination's Prison, not a bad card at all. And Gizmek Orochi, the Serpentron Sky Slasher. Do we already have one of these? I can't remember. We might not. And we have Trickstar Corobane for our secret there as well. Aloof Lupine for the rare. Not bad pools, honestly. Pretty good, pretty good. Aloof Lupine, we got Atorix, Basilius, Mandarin, Gatoblepat, Veil Onyx, and Ranryu. Oh my god, 2 to go. A common, dude, a common. We have to pull it, we have to. Okay, World Chalice, Guard Dragon, Almarduk, the Super Poly target, 3 Link monsters, followed by Terra Parkourio. Man, imagine seeing this thing doing parkour, running around your city. Madolche Teacher Glassouffle, teaching us about our...
inevitable diabetes.
Sure, why not? Danger Feats of Strength, Apple of Enlightenment, and Tenki Spirit Mapura. We're getting doubles before we get the freaking Hoppier Squadron. Where's our bunny? Oh, okay, into the supers. We have a Whitefish Salvage and Rogue of Endymion. We can pull Phantasma here. That would be pretty good. Oh no, is that a fusion I see? Or is that a trap? Our ultras are Infinitrack Harvester and Storm Dragon's Return. And our secret is Dragoonity Knight Romulus, dude. Season 1, let's go. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah, not bad pulls at all. Once again, Romulus for our secret rare. Not bad. White Howling as our rare. We have another Ranryu. The Return to the Normal, Witchcrafter Draping, Martial Ampelo, Sea Angel, and Basilius. Come on, man. It's coming down to the wire. It's coming down to the wire. Come on. Don't do this. It's a common, man. Was it short printed? Surely not. Alright, Gardragon Reincarnation. Madolche Petting Sasser. We're getting doubles of everything. Dino Wrestler Rambrecchio. Alright, Time Thief Flyback. And Tiny Spirit Stana. Gardragon Shield as well. For the supers, we have a Test Panther and a Witchcrafter Creation. Ultras, we have Sarziel, Watcher of the Evil Eye, and Outrigger Extension. Oh, yo! We got Borreload Savage! I forgot that was in this set. We can't make it, unfortunately. I mean, unless we pull Gamma and eventually start playing Gamma and then, like, Gamma in our own turn. Otherwise, do we have any 6s for Hoppier Squadron? I don't think we do. Savage is such a nice pull, though. Hell yeah, dude. Damn. That's really nice. Alright, Gorgon, Empress of the Evil Eyed. Please. We have BES, Blaster, Cannon Core. You can just summon this thing. It's actually a pretty good card. Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. Draw Discharge. Burning Shell. Jelly Cannon, also not a bad card. And, oh, dude, come on! Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi. How can we be so lucky but so unlucky at the same time? We got Savage, and we also, I mean, Romulus is pretty good as well. But we got Savage, and we also got Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, which is nuts by itself. Also, the Droll, the Lanciat, finally getting the Herald, but we can't pull the fucking common. Okay, let's go figure this out then. So we pulled Borreload Savage, which gives me real Season 1 nostalgia, but my first thoughts were also, sadly, that we just can't use it. We rarely ever have a Link monster in the graveyard, and we just don't main deck any level 6s to sync with for when we pull the Hoppier Squadron, so yeah, it's pretty much useless. But then I thought about it a little more and had an epiphany, a literal lightbulb moment that got me real excited. I had figured out the hidden combo. You see, we don't need to Link climb to have a Link monster in the graveyard. And we don't need to main deck a level 6 to synchro into Savage. All we would need is just one extra card, and thankfully, we already have it. So getting into our secret weapon here, it is a 2-card combo starting off with Obedient Schooled. Off of that, we're going to summon a copy of Kitt, Kalantosa, and Catty. Now, you can replace the Kitt with Puppy. This would give you an additional interruption on your board at the expense of a Tri-Brigade follow-up, so it's probably worth doing if you open up like Tenki as well or something. Anyway, after overlaying all 3 for Joyous Melffys, we fire off our second card here, Nadir Servant, sending any Link monster to the grave and searching for Ecclesia. Using our normal summon on Ecclesia, we can activate her effect, searching for Mommy Fleurdelis, and that's it. That's our 2-card combo. That's all we do on our turn. But passing it over, we have a negate with Fleurdelis in hand while Joyous Melffys is on the field, and then after that we can activate the effect of Joyous Melffys, returning itself to the extra deck to summon back all 3 materials. This will get us a pop with Kalantosa. Then from here we just wait for our opponent to normal or special summon another monster to the field, allowing us to trigger Catty and search a beast, of course the elusive common Hoppier Squadron. On resolution we can activate Hoppier's quick effect, targeting Ecclesia to special summon itself to the field and synchro with into a level 6 Desert Locusts. On summon, Desert Locusts will activate, getting the turn player to discard 1 card of their choice, and then we can chain the second effect of Desert Locusts to synchro with the Kitt into Borreload Savage, equipping the Link monster we sent with Nadir. Of course, this will also trigger Kitt at the same time because she was sent to the graveyard. We can chain block the Kitt here. Not that it really makes a difference because you would have been ashed already if you were going to get ashed, but sending Nervall to the graveyard here, we can activate its effect to search for Fraktall or Kerass, Kerass being the better choice here. Reason for that being we have Catty as fodder to discard for its effect to special summon, which specifically puts 4 materials in grave, allowing us to get that Shoerake onto the field, which will of course give us a free
non-targeting banish on summon, which can also repeatedly be triggered by Joyous Melffys, because we now have Kalantosa and Kerass as level 2 beasts on the field. Boom. So off of our 2 cards, we ended up getting 2 negates, a pop, a hand drip, and a follow-up with lethal damage. Sometimes we'll see Ecclesia instead of Nadir, meaning we can't get the Link monster in graveyard for Savage. However, we can still play through the same combo and summon a different level 8 instead of Savage. Omega from Dual Overload would be a good option here, although alternatively I think we've already pulled a Draco Berserker of the Tenki, which is a monster banish. So we're basically good to go. The only piece we really need right now is Ratpier Squadron. A literal common is standing between us and completing the hidden combo. As for right now, we're basically still just running the exact same list from last week, although I have made 2 changes to the main deck. I have swapped out Ariel for Monster Reborn because Ariel just kind of felt clunky and pointless, and then I've swapped Thoroughblade for Whiptail just as an additional out to Dragoon with that banish effect. So we'll see how it goes and get some games in. We're not going to be playing at locals this week, but we will next week. Instead today it's some good old-fashioned EDO Pro shitposting against the patrons, so wish them luck. Alright, it's been a while since we last had some patrons on the menu, so let's see who we're feasting on today. Up first, we have a match against Edgelord Cyberpunked on the Phantom Knights. Winning the RPS, we do get to go first, and looking at our opening hand, you know, it's not terrible at all. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Normal summoning Ratpier will dump a bunny and get Dryden onto the field, 2 back row, and Paparino in the end phase. Essentially, this is 3 forms of removal and a little bit of graveyard fondling as well, which is pretty good against Phantom Knights. Passing it over, Sai fires off a Rota for a Kagamucha Knight, completely giving away what deck we're playing against, and then activates Foolish, dumping. From there, they normal summon a Tornscale, which thankfully does not activate on summon, but this will trigger the Kagamucha Knight in hand, and we will chain Puppy as Chainlink 2 here. Our little hedgehog hits the board, popping the Tornscale before it gets a chance to activate its effect and preventing the Cherubini play. Sometimes that's just enough to beat Phantom Knights, but we do see the extender. Psychic Wielder comes down from hand here, and on resolution, we flip the Ice Dragon's Prison, banishing both the Tornscale and the Kagamucha Knight, essentially leaving them with 0 plays left.
I have to believe that it holds some secret strategy.
You win!
Game 2 going second this time. We do see a Gamma Seal, which is going to neutralize the biggest threat on the board. However, we don't really have much of a follow-up. The only thing we can really do is go with Ecclesia and Fleurdelis. It kind of just depends on what board we're up against, but as we see Tour Guide hits the field, with no way to stop it, we're basically getting FTK'd. Going through the Cherubini and into Bardiche, we see 1 Fogblade hit the field, and then we see some classic Phantom Knights plays with the Levier getting into a Breaksword, which will get popped by the Bardiche, summoning out the Dark Rebellion and instantly ranking it up into the Dark Requiem Dragon. 1 more back row gets set, possibly a second Fogblade, and it's over to us where we top deck the fucking rock. So not really much at all we can do here. Of course, the first order of business is to Gamma Seal that damn Requiem Dragon. Then normal summoning Ecclesia. We do get slapped with this stinky feat, and that leaves Fleurdelis as our only play. We can clear a monster, but there's really no point. Fogblade pretty much just stops that, so our only hope is to Nibiru Sai on their next turn. I do negate the Levier with Fleurdelis, hoping to potentially stall a turn, but it still doesn't matter. We get killed in 4 summons. Game 3, time to clean up shop, getting to go first once again, hoping for multiple interruptions, and we have ourselves here a Melffy Little Christmas. Firing off Obedient Schooled, we get Kitt, Kalantosa, and Puppy from the deck, and then make Melffy of the Forest, detaching Kitt to search for another Melffy. We might as well thin the deck as much as possible here, so grabbing ourselves another Puppy to the hand, we trigger Kitt, dumping Nervall to search for Kerass, because we're more than likely going to have a beast to discard on the next turn. Normal summoning a Puppy, we overlay with Kalantosa for the Joyous, set our punishment, and move to the end phase, where we summon both Puppy and Catty as well.
Fluffy little cute Melffy picnic friendly cuddly creatures, oh my god, subscribe.
Sai starts once again by normal summoning a Tornscale, triggering Kagamucha Knight in hand, and we are going to chain the Puppy and the Catty here. So grabbing an Alpha off the Catty effect and summoning a Kalantosa off of the Puppy effect, on resolution, we can pop the Kagamucha Knight with Kalantosa to prevent the Cherubini, and as Chainlink 2, we can go Melffy of the Forest to negate the Tornscale. Just like game 1, we see a Psychic Wielder come down from hand, but once again, we don't really care because we can just activate Joyous, summoning Kalantosa number 2, and popping the Wielder. This was kind of a fuck up, to be honest, because I should have popped the Tornscale to prevent the Silent Boots coming down from hand. I'm basically forced to flip the punishment at this point when otherwise I could have just avoided having to use it. So dumping Titaniclad to destroy the Torn Scale, we see one back row come down, and it's over to us. But first, in the end phase, we will activate Titaniclad, summoning Ecclesia and getting a search for Fleurdelis. We draw into a Tenki, which is all well and good, but there's only one issue. Our board is full and we are locked out of the extra deck. No reason not to thin the deck here, so we might as well activate Melffy of the Forest to grab that final Melffy to our hand, giving us a total of 13 fucking cards. After putting Ecclesia to attack mode, I realize it's probably better not to put the boots in graveyard, especially when there's a Torn Scale there as well. So activating Tenki, I search for a Ratpier and then pass turn. Of course, in end phase, discarding Catty and Obedient Schooled for the hand limit. I'm pretty confident there's absolutely no way we can get OTK'd through all of this, and we have a pretty solid follow-up on our next turn. Sai starts by activating a Fogblade targeting Puppy, which actually kind of hurts, but for the completely wrong reason. They were obviously scared of the third Kalantosa, which we don't have. It was just the monster zone that I wanted to make Fleurdelis live, damn it. But yeah, normal summoning Ancient Cloak and special summoning a Kagamucha from hand is going to open up the combo lines through Cherubini and Bardiche. Getting all the way to the Break Sword, they do trigger the Bardiche to pop my Tenki for some reason, which I think actually fucks them up, because then when they go on to use a Break Sword effect, they have to pop one of my monsters, which then allows me to negate the Raiders Knight with Fleurdelis. Alternatively, Sai could have just popped the Ecclesia, which would have turned off my Fleurdelis anyway. These things happen, but going into the battle phase, Sai attacks into the Ecclesia a couple of times for some damage, makes a Boral Sword, and passes with 2 set Fogblade.
Now there are 2 of them. This is getting out of hand.
Fatality.
Round 2, we lose the RPS to Flame Lord Joe on the Pure Goki. When I say Pure Goki, I don't mean Extra Link Goki, I don't mean Isolde Turbo, I genuinely mean Defend the Towers Goki. So starting off with the Suprex, he's going to special summon a Goki from hand because we have no interruptions, of course, and all you need is 2 Gokis on the field to get your combo going. So linking into the Heal Ogre here, yep, search. Headbat then special summons itself to the field, linking into the Thunder Ogre, yep, search. Thunder Ogre gives you the additional normal summon to then link into the towers, yep, search. Rematch reviving 2 Gokis allows for the co-linked Codebreaker plays, yep, search. Previously, you would end on double towers plus the leftover Codebreaker link, and our only way to out that is through things like Boral Sword. The only issue with the double towers play is that it leaves you with no interruptions for your opponent, so instead now,
Firewall Dragon is back, baby!
of course, not quite what it once was. I mean, fucking, what, a single bounce? The only real threat is still basically just finding a way to out the towers, but we see Dark World Dealings come down, which is going to draw us into a Kitt, and it's going to allow us to discard our Nervall, giving us a search for Kerass. Joe then fires off a Pot of Avarice to draw 2 cards, sets 2 back row, and links into the Codebreaker Berserker, giving Firewall a potential double bounce. Drawing into an Ice Dragon's Prison, we have multiple ways to start picking apart this board. The only issue is that we don't have a way to get over the towers yet. We start by normal summoning Ratpier and dumping a Bunny to the grave, and then overlaying into Dryden, firing off the Tenki just to get Fraktall to our hand, and then activating the Dryden effect, targeting the Firewall, of course trying to force it out, but we get hit with the Imperm. Thankfully, Firewall, like most anime ace monsters, has 2500 attack, so we can overlay into the Vespacito here, go to the battle phase, and threaten the Firewall Dragon to force out the effect. Going into main phase 2, we now have plenty of materials in the graveyard, so we can activate the Kerass, discarding the Kitt, and then banish 4 to summon Shureg.
Where's your plot armor now?
Setting 2 back row, hopefully this is enough to stay in the game. If we can just keep Link monsters from hitting the board, that towers is going to stay at 2800 attack. So passing it over, Joe starts off by normal summoning a Suprex and activating effect. Of course, I'm going to activate the Ice Dragon's Prison here before he's able to make the Link 4. Banishing the 0 Day here as well is really nice because it locks him out of any future Codebreaker plays. Typically you only play the 1 Garnet. But we see another Ice Dragon's Prison get activated in response, targeting Kitt, which is unfortunately going to get rid of our Kerass on field as well. So that all resolves fine, but then something I really didn't expect happens. I held punishment a little bit too late and ended up getting Goddess of the Underworld summoned against me using the Shureg. We do at least get a search for Puppy here, thankfully, but then we see a Goki rematch come down, reviving 2 Goki monsters. Of course, the game plan is to still try and keep Link monsters off the field, so we're going to pop one of those with our punishment dump in Entis, which is also going to allow us to get rid of the Goddess. Bye. Fire Flint Lady now gets special summoned to the field, and Goki face turn pops the Headbat to revive the Heal Ogre. That is all he can do though. Joe is officially out of resources, thankfully, but he does still have that towers on field. Taking a fat stack of damage in the battle phase, it's over to us, and we top deck yet another another Ice Dragon's Prison. Normal summoning Fraktall, I go straight to the battle phase and beat over that Heal Ogre. Main phase 2, we set our 2 back row and grab Puppy in the end phase. We still have so much removal, dude. Joe top decks a Rota, which he uses to search for guts. He then sets the guts and goes into the battle phase, triggers the Puppy by attacking into it with the towers. So of course we are going to get a hedgehog from the deck. Kalantosa will pop the guts because it can't be destroyed by battle. We might as well just remove it here. Fraktall dies and it's over to us, but in the end phase we are going to flip punishment, targeting Fire Flint Lady to dump Titaniclad, and that's going to get us Ecclesia onto the field, searching us for Fleurdelis. Our out to the towers, baby.
You win!
That was quite the grind. Towers are scary, man, but game 2 here, going second, we see our freshly pulled Golden Droll. But to make things even better, Joe starts with Upstar Goblin of all things, so no more yup searching for you, buddy. He does, however, have a reasoning to special summon from the deck. I call 4 and I miss it, so Headback gets summoned to the field, set another monster, and 3 back row. Pass turn. Literally don't think our 1-ups could have been any fucking better with a Feather Duster there, but drawing Bunnyblast for turn, we are of course going to start by clearing all 3 back row. Ice Dragon's Prison gets chained, summoning Droll to field, but that's it. That's fine. Don't care about that. Going through our Tri-Brigade plays, we activate Tenki to search for Fraktall, then go ahead and activate the Fraktall effect, dumping the Kitt to dump the Nervall to add Kerass to hand. Now, normal summoning the Bunnyblast, we can overlay into Dryden, and we might as well activate Dryden's effect here. It doesn't really matter, so we'll pop the Droll, overlay into the Vespinato, which does have piercing, and we also once again have multiple materials in the graveyard, so we can activate the Kerass, discarding the Catty to special summon. I put it in defense, I probably should have put it in attack here. Activate the effect, banishing 4 to special summon the Shoerake, which is going to clear that face down just in case it is a guts. Battle phase, that is going to be a chunk of damage on the board. Destroying the Headbat is going to give Joe a search here, and he searches for another guts, so playing the defensive. Of course, grabbing the Puppy in the end phase and passing over, Joe is going to need the fattest of top decks, but he sees a Harpy Feather Duster.
Hold the line!
For the third and final round here, we're playing against Little Andrew on the virtual world, and we win the rock, paper, scissors, going first.
Ugh, blackjack.
Just in case our opponent has Ash here, I start by activating the Foolish, dumping the Kitt to dump the Nervall, and searching for Fraktall, because we're most likely going to get access to Catty, and keeping Kerass in the deck gives Catty a little bit of extra value. Now firing off the Obedient Schooled, thankfully we don't get Ashed, so we go for the classic Kalantosa Puppy Catty play, overlay into the Joyous Melffys, and then normal summon Ecclesia. With this kind of hand specifically, we do want to keep access to the extra deck for our next turn, so we search for Fleurdelis here, set 2 back row, and pass it over. Andrew starts off here by activating a King Long, and then following it up with a Kowloon to place a Chuche onto the field. Foolish Burial Goods is then activated to dump a King Long, which then banishes itself from the graveyard to search for a Lulu. On resolution, just because I'm scared of the Chuche becoming live, I activate the Joyous Melffys, of course, playing into the Gamma, so I'm forced to chain the warning to the Gamma. Thank God for that, so we get to summon Puppy, Catty, and Kalantosa to the field, and we're going to activate the Kalantosa to get rid of that Chuche. Next up, Lao Lao is activated in hand, targeting the King Long, so special summoning itself to the field and dumping a Nyan Nyan. That's going to trigger both our Catty and our Puppy. Grabbing Kerass to the hand here, like I mentioned earlier, and then special summoning Kalantosa number 2 to the field. We're going to pop that King Long, and Ice Dragon's Prison is going to clear the Nyan Nyan and the Lao Lao, making Lulu useless. Game 2, this time we're going second, and once again we see a Droll in our hand after siding it in. This Droll is actually magic, dude, what the fuck? Andrew starts this time with a Kowloon, placing Chuche onto the field, and activates Lulu, targeting Chuche, dumping a King Long, and special summoning itself to search for a Lily. So we're able to fire off the Droll here, which will thankfully prevent a King Long search. Andrew does, however, go on to special summon the Lily to the field by dumping a Xuan Wu, makes Shen Shen, and passes turn. If only I cared. Top decking Whiptail is actually really nice in this situation, but we're going to start off with the Tenki, which does get met with an Ash. Now just normal summoning the Whiptail and going into the Dryden, we can happily pop the Chuche, go into the Vespinato, and special summon the Fleurdelis to field. Even just as a pseudo Garnet, she saves the day. Absolute queen. Setting our 2 back row in main phase 2, our opponent is on a 1-turn clock. Can they turn it around? Andrew starts by normal summoning Lulu, and then activates another Lulu in hand, targeting the Lulu on field. By removing the target from the field, we can cancel out the effect in hand, so I chain the Ice Dragon's Prison, targeting Shen Shen. Turns out I needed to read Xuan Wu, because Andrew chains that to revive the Shen Shen, meaning as Chainlink 4 we are then forced to Punishment the Lulu. We can't let Andrew have any Virtual World cards on the field, so I dump the Entis, meaning on resolution we can then pop the Shen Shen. This leaves Andrew with just one last legal play, and that is to search with King Long, which doesn't actually achieve anything, so a very swift execution from Fleurdelis on the next turn. Very quick match, that was about 10 minutes in total for both games. So another flawless episode. Fuck yeah, dude. And our win-lose ratio is actually almost positive. Literally like just 2 more episodes of doing well and we've got it. Well, I think it's fair to say you win this time. I got the match wins, but didn't pull off the Witch's Strike or the Dragoon Yoink. Oh well, good job. At least we made some incredible progress today. We're so close to pulling off our combo. Hopefully Hoppier Squadron doesn't bitch slap us about trying to pull it. Oh, by the way, thanks in advance for 50,000 subscribers. What an absolute anomaly. How did you let this happen? I never could have imagined hitting such a number, especially in such a niche community. So thank you so much for finding it in your heart to click my button. That being said, we don't get shit till 100,000. YouTube plaque, let's go. Also, you might find uploads have been kind of weird recently. I can't remember if I mentioned it in the last episode, but I'm on holiday for a week in early June, so I'm trying to cram an extra week's worth of work in to keep the uploads going while I'm away. Will it work out? Who knows? Time will tell. Anyway, thank you so much for watching if you have made it this far. We're back to locals next time, hopefully with our sick ass combo, so subscribe to stay tuned for that. Drop a like if you smiled even just once in the last 30 minutes. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down. Fireplace, do you know how?